What's going on, guys? I want to do a little video before, or as I wait for the bus to come pull off. So, I was just looking at my feed. I was like just looking at some videos. I'm strictly still non-secular on this channel because I don't want to upset Jesus or the Holy Spirit. But I got a question on here, and I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm pretty sure people are doing the whole misgendering, transphobia. So I'm not going to disrespect biological women, but I'm not going to say anything out of line either. So with that being said, Sydney Starr, I know who that is. I don't know exactly what Sydney Starr does, but I'm aware of who they are. I always thought that this was the individual that people say ruined Chingy's career. But when that happened at the time, Chingy wasn't even really he didn't have the same buzz that he did in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. He sort of died down around that time. So my brother, it's funny how time flies by. My brother I think our dad got us the Chingy album for my brother's birthday. So my brother's birthday, this is so crazy. My brother's 33rd birthday passed yesterday. I didn't call him or anything. And I don't speak in terms, but in 2003, my brother was given WCW Mayhem. I showed that on this channel. And we had the Chingy album called Jackpot. I think it was from 2003. He got that for his birthday. And I think it was one more CD, but he got the Chingy album. But people say Sydney Starr ruined Chingy's career. And like I said, Chingy's career sort of died down around 2006. Because rappers have every rapper has a 4 or 5 year buzz. 50 Cent had a 4-year buzz. Ja Rule had a 2-3 year buzz. I mean, where they're talked about and popular. But I was really surprised when I saw the name appear in headlines. I didn't delve into the story. I didn't watch any videos on it. But like I said, I'm gonna refrain from disrespect or misgendering, because I think transphobia is pretty lame. But I want to respect biological women too. But I saw that, and this is what is surprising to me. The behavior isn't, but just the name is surprising. It's like finding out that Taylor Swift is accused of something similar to what Sydney Starr did. That's how surprising it is. Because you would expect this from somebody, because understand, guys, Sydney Starr had the full surgery done, the entire surgery. That's why I don't like doing the whole gay straight thing with people, but I wouldn't consider Darius McCrayer gay if he had relations with somebody that had the full surgery done. But it's just surprising hearing Sydney Starr is accused of this. But then it goes back to my point. The people you least expected have have a better chance of getting away with something like this, because someone like me who is more solitary, I tend to avoid, social interaction more, at least now. You would expect me of doing something like this, but you don't expect someone like Sydney Starr, who is more outgoing, is probably posts like every moment of every second of Sydney Starr's life on social media. I don't post on Instagram. I don't go live. I don't go out. I don't do none of those things. But I was really surprised hearing this is what Sydney Starr is accused of. But the real question is this: if you have the full surgery done and you no longer have your old physical anatomy, should you go to your gender assigned at birth prison? So if you were born a male, but you had a sex operation done and you are like legally a woman, should you go to a male's prison or jail? Because I feel that's kind of messed up. I'm not. Let me just say this: if I feel like they'll send Sydney Starr to a female prison, because if you have, you know, you don't have the same body parts, why would they put you in a male prison where you could be, susceptible to violence, or getting SA yourself? But it's kind of messed up, and it's not really like everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but there was I guess Sydney Starr was caught in the act. They found Sydney Starr in the hotel with a underage minor, like under the age of 16. So that's the evidence right there they're going to use against Sydney Starr. But that's the most shocking thing I heard all today. But what do you think about people that have full gender reassignment surgery done? They're not just wearing wigs and they're not just cross dressers, but they have full surgery done. And should they go to the jail? Should they go to the jail? That's not mine. Yeah, should they go to the jail for the gender they were assigned at birth, or should they go to a jail that they identify with the gender that they identify with presently? What do y'all think?